Starting a blog is a brilliant idea even when no one is reading your blog articles yet. And in this video, I want to share with you some of the reasons why I believe that starting your blog might actually be the greatest and smartest idea that you can have as a professional or as an entrepreneur. Blogging is a very powerful tool, it's a very important platform when it comes to being able to leverage the power of written content, to be able to monetize your skills, your knowledge, your expertise. You can monetize your hobbies, your passions, or your life experiences as you have had it. And the beauty of starting your blog is the fact that you can actually turn that blog or that website into an income generating online business. However, when you start your blog, you actually might feel like you are talking to no one, like you are writing to an audience of zero. And I think that's actually an advantage. So if you have been thinking about starting a blog, but you have stopped because you are afraid that no one is going to read it, give me the next couple of minutes and I'll explain to you why I think that's actually a brilliant idea, why I think starting your blog is actually a brilliant idea, even if no one is reading it yet. The first reason why starting your blog is a brilliant idea is that you are going to be able to build authority and credibility within your field. And this is because you might end up writing about your skills, expressing about your expertise, or the knowledge that you have about a certain subject. And what ends up happening is that as you continue to write about the topic that you are knowledgeable about or where you are skilled on, you are going to be building authority and credibility in the eyes of your audience. And that's a good thing because it is going to actually increase the value that you have in the marketplace. And as you might imagine, when you write, you are going to be exposed to more people. And that is a good thing because if you want to actually generate business, if you want to be able to get opportunities, the more you get exposed, the more people you are able to reach, the better for you. Writing blog articles about the subject matter that you understand is actually a very powerful way for you to build your personal brand and increase credibility in your target audience and within the industry that you operate in. And this is because when you write an article, and especially when you optimize it well to be searched and to be discovered in the search engines, people who are looking for that information or the solution that you are talking about are going to find your articles. And they are going to be able to understand that what you are writing about is something that you know about. When you help your audience or when you solve problems that they have, they are going to start trusting you because they can be able to see that you understand what you are talking about and you can be a person of value to them. And this is a very good thing when it comes to building your credibility and authority in the long term within your niche or within your industry. The second reason why blogging is a brilliant idea is that you get an opportunity to clarify your ideas. And this is because if you have a lot of idea bouncing in your head, you may not be able to have clarity about those particular ideas. But when you blog or when you start writing about those ideas, you are forced to actually be very clear or have clarity on the thought process of the ideas that you have. As you write your blog articles, you get very clear about what it is that you believe in, about how you can be able to solve problems, and also what is important within your industry or to the people that you want to serve. And that clarity does not just help the people who are reading the blog articles that you are publishing or that you are writing. It also helps you become a better communicator and a person who can be able to share his or her opinions, ideas, and perspectives clearly to the target audience or to the people that you want to help. What this means is that if you have been struggling to organize your thoughts, maybe you should actually consider writing about them or starting a blog where you share about those ideas. The third reason why starting a blog is a brilliant idea is the fact that you are going to be creating an evergreen asset. And this to me is very critical because in a world where social media posts disappear within hours or even days, blog articles have proved to have longevity that you can be able to depend on. If you create a well-optimized evergreen piece of content, and when I talk about evergreen, I mean an article that can have longevity in terms of the value it provides to the audience, it is going to be working for you for very many years or for very many months. And it is very possible for you to write an article and then find out that it starts getting traffic months later or even years later. And this is because when you optimize your articles correctly, you can actually create a long-term asset by having evergreen pieces of content. And if you ask me, this might be one of the best reasons why you should consider blogging, because you are going to spend time creating one piece of content once, but then it can continue generating for you traffic. And if it is for a business, you can generate business leads in perpetuity. You just probably need to go back to that article, maybe to update it, maintain it, or even keep it fresh. But you are not going to be on the kind of hamster wheel that you get when it comes to creating social media content. If you can be able to think long term, you are going to realize that every article that you write, every blog post that you publish is actually a seed in your ecosystem that will continue generating for you traffic for a very long time. The fourth reason why starting a blog is a brilliant idea, especially when no one is reading it, is the fact that you get an opportunity to be able to develop the consistency in your writing habit. And this is very good because when no one is watching, when nobody is accessing your website yet, you can get an opportunity to be able to experiment and to be consistent with your writing style, writing consistency, probably the schedule or the cadence that works for you. This gives you an opportunity to be able to be practicing what works, practicing your writing style when nobody is watching you or when you don't have the pressure of a big audience. And this is a very powerful thing because the skill of writing consistently is what actually separates successful bloggers from the ones who give up. And you need to be able to develop that skill because if you are a beginner, you probably do not have it. And this is something that I have personally experienced because when you start a blog, no one is going to be reading it. But it is during that particular period when you actually improve your writing skills and also get into the habit of becoming a consistent blog writer. You actually create content waiting for the audience to arrive. And when it does, you're actually going to be happy and you are going to thank yourself that you did not give up and that you consistently created content even when no one was reading your blog articles. The fifth reason why starting a blog is brilliant even when no one is watching is that you get an opportunity to be able to document your journey. When you start your blog, you're actually not going to be very good. And this is going to become very evident a few months or a few years down the line because when you look back at the first articles that you actually wrote, you're actually going to cringe. And it is something that is very interesting because cringe actually shows that you are growing. And starting a blog can also not just be a business or as a way for you to generate leads or a way for you to make money. It is also part of your personal growth because you are going to evolve over time. Years from today, you are going to look back and see how far you have come, how your thinking has evolved, probably how your tactics and strategies have improved, and also how you have become better in terms of your overall business management when it comes to building your blog into an income-generating online business. That journey is going to become part of your success story because sometimes it is very easy to look at a successful blogger or publisher and forget that they started from the scratch. But if you can be able to have that story, you actually can become an encouragement to not only others, but also you can continue to inspire yourself to continue doing better and not be stopped just because probably you do not have a large audience at the moment. With the rise of the creator economy across the world, starting a blog is actually a brilliant and also a strategic decision. You can actually be able to leverage the power of your blog to build a successful and profitable online business. And if you'd like to start a blog, I would be glad to help you when it comes to building a plan, getting the clarity, and also having the strategies in place that can help you monetize that blog and turn it into an income generating online business. And you can book a free consultation with me. It is a 45 or 50 minutes Zoom meeting where we look at whether we can be able to work together and whether we can be aligned in terms of helping you to start your blog. If you have found value in this particular video, watch the video on your screen right now. Subscribe to this YouTube channel if you have not, and I'll see you in the next one.